Welcome to the read. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. We have a different setup. I got a new camera stand where I'm actually able to record from the back of the phone instead of the front. So the picture should be clearer. Things should not be reversed anymore. So I'm really excited about that. Let me know how it's coming through for you. Yesterday, we left off on a reading for the King of the Jungle, Big Leo season, love a Leo. Took me a while, but love a Leo. We're going to start off today with a collective read. I just, let's switch this up. Are we doing a Celtic cross today? I think we might do a Celtic cross today. I am going to have to take out my reference sheet just so that I make sure that I'm hitting all the positions. So don't crucify me. Do not crucify me, all right? I don't usually do Celtic crosses, but for some reason I was just like, we're doing something different today. So let's do something different. So, okay, interesting. The spread that I usually do is a spread that I developed myself. It has the U position, the energy surrounding, and the journey. The Celtic cross is a little bit different because it has the current situation. Okay. Let's see if anything else comes out. The current situation is the Eight of Cups. Interesting, baby. I love this. Oh, and not to bring it back to me, but this is my astrological card. Eight of Cups represents the Pisces in the first decan or decan. Pecan or pecan. I just tickle myself. Don't worry about it. So the current situation, you're walking away from, I just wanted to see if it was going to flip. You know, we don't take those if they don't flip over. It was the Nine of Swords. The current situation is that you're walking away from something. Ew. You're walking away from something. In the Eight of Cups, you can see this person has decided that the 8 cups that have been presented to them is not enough. It doesn't fulfill me. It doesn't fill my cup. It actually probably is draining to me. I wonder if you're in a situation where like the things that have been presented to you are actually draining instead of fulfilling. For whatever reason, you're deciding, you're putting on your big people panties and underwear, and you say, I'm going to continue on this journey to find what actually is for me. Kudos to you. That takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of energy to do that. It's not easy to do. Opposing energy, I don't really care for opposing energy. I think the energies are all supporting in some way, shape, or another. Let's see what came out here. What lies beneath, what lies above. I think this energy, what it is saying is that As you come to this realization, you're going to have to be learning some things over again because you have the Page of Wands. You might be learning some new things as it relates to that was just me being klutzy. But we will take the first one. I think there was something that wanted to be said there. You're going to be learning what actually fills your cup, but you're going to have to be conscious of the energies that lie beneath and above. This represents the unconscious regarding your situation and the conscious regarding your situation. So unconsciously, you're going to, or you have an energy that's surrounding you that is one of stability. You have essentially two kings. You have the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. So there's going to be something about the slowness of which not the slowness, but necessarily the pace of which you do something. That's going to be consciously you're thinking about your pace. Unconsciously, there is something to be said about the stability and the security that you are trying to establish for yourself. What's behind you? Past events that might affect your situation. I think what's behind you is that you're a hard worker. You have the 8. Oh, you have 2 8s. You have the 8 of Cups and you have the 8 of Pentacles. So definitely you are a hard worker. Definitely a hard worker. So I think as you continue along this path, you like I said, you decided that the things that have been presented to you are not what you want. And so you continue to search for the things that are actually what you want. You have this hard work behind you. So I think that you are more than capable. You are more than capable of doing this because you've done it before. And if you've done it before, you can do it again. All right. What's in front of you is that you move from the 8. So remember, we have 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. You eventually, look at this. Oh my gosh. You get to your 9 of Cups. Now remember, this is the first card we pulled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards later, we pull the 9 of Cups. You went on this journey. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that, baby. I'm so proud of you. You decided that this wasn't enough. You said, no, this can't be it for me. There has to be more. You decided all the cups that you had, you decided to leave them by the wayside. And you said, no, I'm going in search of the actual thing that fulfills me, that takes so much bravery. And you end up, look at this, what's in front of you, what's before you, potential events you will face. You find your 9 cups, and look at this man. He owns these 9 cups. These cups are in his possession, surrounding him. He has a smile on his face. He has this look of accomplishment. And then really all that's left is to get to the 10 of Cups. So kudos to you, but I think through this energy of the King of Pentacles and the Emperor, you were able to and both of these things require hard work. You were able to take on these energies so that you can continue your journey, and your journey pays off in the 9 of Cups. So what are your feelings in the situation? You have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a mature king, divine masculine. You see his sword is tilted a little bit to the side, so it might denote a little bit of flexibility. He's not super rigid as probably the Emperor, even where you can see his scepter is straight up and down. The King of Swords is a little bit more flexible, and I think you had to be flexible in this situation. You had to be. There's no way that somebody goes through what you went through and doesn't have a certain amount of flexibility. You also have, so you have 2 8s and you have 2 9s. You have the 9 of Wands here. This journey did not come without some disappointment. This journey did not come out without some blood, sweat, and tears. But I think that you're moving towards your 10. Your 10 of Wands, your 10 of Cups, your 10 of Pentacles. It's very evident. You just have to keep the course. You have to keep the course. You haven't quite made it yet. It's not quite there, but you have to dig in. You have to realize that even though you might have been battered and bruised on this journey just a tad, that you still have one more thing to do. And if you do it, if you stay the course with fidelity, with integrity, with honesty, with hard work, you will reach that end. So you have 2 interesting cards in your hopes or fears and potential outcome. So I think you hope that this brings you a sense of community. If you look at your whole entire spread, one person, like, where are the people? Where is the community? Are you in a little bit of a hermit mode? Are you solo doloing it right now? Because all I see is one person in the entire spread. And then with your hopes, maybe you're looking for a partnership. And it doesn't have to be romantic partnership, but it could be romantic partnership. I wonder if you're just looking for community, friendship, relationship. We all crave those things. Even if we've been burned in it before, we still crave those things. Whether it's through family, whether it's through friends, whether sometimes the best friends that you can make are at your job. You spend the most time with them, And then potential outcome. This is an interesting potential outcome because you got the Death card. And I wonder if you die to the old way of doing things. Eventually, yes, we all die. But this is not talking about that type of death. This is talking about that transformational death. That, I'm walking into a new season in my life type death. I am no longer the old person type death. I think with the 8 of Cups, with this decision to walk away from the things that have been presented to you, you have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. I think you die to accepting the bare minimum. The bare minimum no longer satisfies you. Maybe at one point in time it did. And I think you're dying to that. You have the Lovers. Yeah, so you might be don't kill me for saying this, but you might find partnership, you might find relationship. All of that's interesting. Yeah, you might definitely be, and the reason why I say that is because you have the Queen of Swords at the top. I cut the deck, and then you have the Lovers at the bottom. So the Queen of Swords might, the King of Swords might find his Queen of Swords, his, her, they, him. And you also have the Lovers card. So I think after this transformation of that you go through in the Death card, you might be coming up on finding some partnership. I wonder if it's the Divine Femme that comes through for you. Y'all know how I feel about love readings. This is not a love reading, but I can't deny the cards. In this, it is definitely showing that there's some type of partnership that's coming through. Let me know if you find your boo. Otherwise, great reading. You left. Did you leave a relationship? Oh, hold on. I was just going to say sign out, but then that just came to me. Did you leave a relationship and say like, nah? Kudos to you. That is such a big thing. Once we're stuck in these, like, I won't call it toxic, but sometimes we're just in these low level, low vibrational relationships. And things may not, nobody cheated on anybody. Nobody like hurt anybody. It's just low vibrational. Like you just get into the relationship, Ace of Cups. Yeah. You get some type of new emotional beginning. Maybe this was a person that was a liar, a deceiver, a deceptor. They only told part of the truth. Oh, gosh. I think you left this situation. Seven of Swords. I think you left it. It's unfortunately, it might be a relationship. You left a relationship in search. You said, like, this is not it for me. Just because you weren't desperate. You said that, like, hey, like, I may be in this particular relationship right now, but I know that it's not the one for me. I know that God has better for me, and you decided to leave the relationship and break up. I think this person might have been, I don't think this person was like a narcissist or super toxic, but definitely somebody who was like always telling white lies. You know those people who just tell white lies for nothing? Like a habitual liar. It is toxic. But just lying for nothing, like, why are you lying for nothing? You're grown. Like, stop lying. Yeah, it leads you to victory. All in all, this is a good reading. I think you left a relationship. It took hard work in order to build yourself back up, but you were able to build yourself back up through the energy that was surrounding you unconsciously and consciously through the King of Pentacles and the Emperor. You end up finding some type of partnership. Or I think before you found a new partnership, you found yourself. Before you found a new partnership, you found yourself, and that's the most important thing. It takes a hard work. You might have been discouraged in the process. You might have been beat up in the process with this individual. But I think you might have found healing in community with your family, with your friends, with your coworkers. You found community, and that led to a certain transformation. Death. And remember, you have the Death card. It led to a certain type of transformation, and I don't think you're there yet. Maybe you are. I could be wrong, but I think it does lead you into a new partnership where you are more aligned with the individual. Oh no, naked. Why can't I ever remember naked people? Anyways, child, let me get up off this internet. All right, the next reading is going to be for Virgo. See you soon.